Happy birthday to legendary R&B singer Maya and legendary NFL player Brett Favre. This is X-Man 1991 coming to you back again with another sports topic. I hope you all had a great Columbus Day weekend. My Columbus Day weekend was I know some of us was off and some of us had to work. Well, baseball playoffs is back once again, so we might as well get into it. First, we're going to do a recap of the first two games of the American League Division Series between the Minnesota Twins and the defending World Series champs, the Houston Astros. Starting with Game 1. The Astros started off scoring one run in the bottom of the first inning. Neither teams didn't score shit in the second inning. Astros scored 2 runs in the bottom of the third. Neither teams didn't score shit in the fourth inning. Astros scored 2 runs in the bottom of the fifth. Neither teams didn't score shit in the sixth inning. The Twins scored 4 runs in the top of the seventh, and the Astros scored 1 run in the bottom of the seventh. And neither teams didn't score shit in the last 2 innings, with the Astros taking the first game of the American League Division Series 6-4. They led the series 1-0. Now here's a recap of Game 2. The Twins scored 1 run in the top of the first, then they scored 2 runs in the top of the second. Neither teams didn't score shit in the third and fourth inning. The Twins scored 2 runs in the top of the fifth. Neither teams didn't score shit in the sixth inning. The Twins scored 1 run in the top of the seventh. The Astros scored 2 runs in the bottom of the eighth. And neither teams didn't score shit in the ninth inning. Final score. The Twins takes Game 2 of the American League Division Series, beating the Astros 6-2, with the series being tied at 1 apiece. Game 3 is on today at 3:07 p.m. in Minneapolis. This is do or die for the defending World Series champs. If they win these next 2 games, they move on to the American League Championship Series. But if they lose, they're going to be eliminated. So Astros, get your shit together and win these last 2 games and then move on to the American League Championship Series. I'm predicting for this year's World Series to be a rematch between the Astros and the Braves, a rematch from the 2021 World Series. Speaking of the Braves, they didn't score shit in Game 1 in the National League Division Series, falling to the Phillies 3-0. But they beat the Phillies last night by 1 in Game 2, 5-4. So now the National League Division Series is tied at 1 apiece. Game 3 and 4 is tomorrow and Thursday in Philly. So let's go, Astros and Braves. Y'all better win the American League Division Series and the American League Championship Series, as well as the National League Division Series and the National League Championship Series. Because I want these two to have another game in the World Series. If it's going to be the Astros and the Braves in the World Series, if the Astros win, then once again I'll play Still Tipping by Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones, featuring Paul Wall and Slim Thug. But if the Braves win, then I'll once again play the remix of Welcome to Atlanta by Jermaine Dupri, featuring Snoop Dogg, Puff Daddy, and Murphy Lee. Because last year it was the Phillies and the Astros in the World Series. If the Astros won, then I would play Still Tipping by Mike Jones. But if the Phillies would have won, I would have played Rock the Mic by Freeway and Benny Siegel. And of course, the Astros won, and I played Still Tipping by Mike Jones, Slim Thug, and Paul Wall. Now, move on to the NFL. Do you feel like your team, your home team, is getting close to winning a game towards the last minute, and then they end up being robbed? Well, you're about to find out right now. In the good words of my man Spitz 389. What's up, YouTube? Your boy back once again with another sports topic, and today we're going to talk some football, Houston Texans football. We're going to do a recap of this past Sunday's NFL game between the Houston Texans and the Atlanta Falcons. Before I get into that, like I mentioned in my last Houston Texans videos, if you like my Texans videos, like the videos, comment on the videos, and share them on any social media platform that you use. Whether it's X, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Discord, any social media platform that you use, and I'll be more than happy to share your videos. You can follow me on social media. My links will be in the description, as well as the link to my Rumble channel. And besides Mike Henry, anytime I upload a Texans video, a link to the YouTube pages for Spitz 389, Alexa and Maria, Swaggy Reacts, Maria and Olivia, and Tyson Master at Work will also be in the description down below. As well as Yankee Mad Dog Messiah's YouTube page will also be in the description below whenever I drop a Dallas Cowboys video. Another shout out to Jaime and Katie Filer and the hosts of the Just a Little Shady podcast, Haley, Jade, and Brittany. A link to their YouTube pages will also be in the description down below. So, let's see if we can get our special guests in to do a recap of these games. All right, we got our special guests in, ladies and gentlemen, so let's get right into it. Texans gave up a touchdown in the first quarter while kicking a field goal. But they made a comeback in the second quarter by 6. The Falcons lead 7-6 at halftime. Texans outscored the Falcons in the third quarter by kicking a field goal, with the Texans leading 12-7 after the third quarter. The Texans gave up 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter while scoring a touchdown. But they were this close to winning their second road trip game, with the Texans leading 19-18 towards the end of the fourth quarter, until the Falcons had to spoil the party, kicking a field goal with 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter, allowing the Texans to fall to them by deuce, 21-19. And both teams were 2-2, by the way. Now the Falcons are 3-2 as the Texans fall to 2-3. With their next game back at the crib this Sunday, taking on the New Orleans Saints. Then they got the 22nd off, and then they're going to be in Carolina on the 29th against the Panthers. Now let's do a recap of them Dallas Cowboys versus the San Francisco 49ers. Cowboys didn't score shit in the first quarter while giving up a touchdown. Then they gave up 2 touchdowns in the second quarter while scoring a touchdown. At halftime, 49ers 21, Cowboys 7. Cowboys gave up another touchdown in the third quarter while kicking a field goal, with the 49ers leading 28-7 or 28-10 after the third quarter. Cowboys didn't score shit in the fourth quarter while giving up 2 more touchdowns, falling to the San Francisco 49ers 42-10. The 49ers remains undefeated 5-0 as the Cowboys fall to 3-2. Their next game is in LA this Sunday against the LA Chargers. Oh no, this Monday in LA against the Chargers. Then they're back at the crib on the 29th, taking on the 2022 or last year's Super Bowl champions, the LA Rams. I'm going to talk about the Cowboys first. Cowboys, what the hell happened to y'all on Sunday? Got embarrassed in San Francisco against the 49ers. But I give the 49ers credit because they came to play, and right now they are undefeated. So Cowboys, get your shit together, enjoy your Sunday off, and get yourselves ready for next Monday as y'all head to LA, the city of angels, to go against the Chargers. But the Texans, this was supposed to be their victory this past Sunday. The Texans got robbed, and so did the Longhorns. The Longhorns were this close to beating the Oklahoma Sooners and keeping their undefeated streak alive until the Sooners had to spoil the party, scoring a touchdown with 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter, beating the Longhorns 34-30, with the Longhorns suffering their first loss of the season, let alone their first game at the crib. So now the Longhorns got a week off and they'll be back next Saturday taking on the Houston Cougars. Go ahead, man. Get your 2 cents on these games.
It has been a weird weekend. Saturday, Astros won, and then the Longhorns lose a heartbreaker. And then on Sunday, the Texans lose a heartbreaker. And then you got the Cowboys getting embarrassed. Just like the Astros, who got embarrassed too in Game 2. And now today, it's Game 3, which will take place in Minneapolis around 3:07. And I mean 3:07 in Minneapolis, because the Astros, they've been playing good on the road, because this just popped in my MLB app. Who should the Astros play better, at the crib or on the road? That's what I'm thinking. Either on the road or at the crib, because we're playing good on the road, but not so good at the crib. That's the reason why the Astros can't find a way to win games at the crib. Reminds us of getting swept by the Stankies and the Royals. But like I said, today is Game 3. Hopefully the Astros can get their heads together and go up 2-1. But as for the Texans, they got one more game before they go on vacation. And that's the Saints this coming Sunday at the crib. And as for the Longhorns, enjoy your vacation, because you're coming to our place in H-Town to take on the Houston Cougars. And by the way, I want to thank you for posting a video on Rumble about my YouTube channel being terminated, because I was given the freedom of speech, but YouTube had the audacity of making videos about Mr. Cupcake. Just call him Mr. Cupcake, because YouTube doesn't want us to mention his name again. Right. Just call him Mr. Cupcake, because I'll be calling his name on Rumble from now on.
Same here. And as for the NBA is back, but they're currently in the preseason. I won't be doing recaps of the NBA games until the regular season starts. But I can tell y'all the Warriors won their first preseason game against the Lakers 125-128. And the Lakers just won their second preseason game against the Nets 129-126. The Bulls lost their first preseason game against the Bucks 105-102. As for the Heat and the Rockets, they both have their first preseason games tonight. The Heat will be taking on the Hornets and the Rockets will be taking on the Pacers. Welcome back, NBA. That's going to do it for my recap of the first 2 games of the American League Division Series between the Twins and the Astros. And this past Sunday's NFL games between the Cowboys and the 49ers and the Texans and the Falcons. If you're new here, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell for my next Astros, Texans, and Cowboys rant. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, leave your comment down below. I'm about to go do my running before it starts raining, and I'll be back for part 3 of my gameplay of Rugrats All Grown Up. Until then, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. No more talk.
No more talk.
Go Astros, go Texans, go Cowboys.